What it do? It's your boy, Voice of the Culture, man. I'm back in the building, man, for another great episode, the Roundtable Podcast. This week, man, is a blessing to be here, and the opportunity is great. We got a very special guest in the house today, man. She's an entrepreneur. She's a mogul. She got her own brand. She's doing her thing. Let's welcome Diamond to the Roundtable Podcast, man. Appreciate you, baby girl, for coming through.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me.
Now, let's get right to the business, man. Your gear, these truckers, I'm not gonna front. I see them everywhere, and I will say this. I was like, damn, who's doing that? Excuse me. The funny part about it is, I didn't know my man even knew you at the time.
Okay.
So it wasn't like, and he said, yo, I got my peoples who did the hoodie. She did an orange hoodie for him with the handprint. I was like, yo, that shit is fire. He's like, yo, she got the truckers. One thing led to another. I'm like, oh, damn, wow. So, first and foremost, let the people know a little something about you. Where you from?
Okay. Well, my name is Diamond. I like to say I'm from Teaneck because I moved out here when I was, let's say, around 11. I started like 8th grade out here. So from 8th grade to high school to college, I was in Teaneck. But before that, I'm from the Bronx.
Okay.
I was born and raised, well, not born and raised, but I was born in the Bronx. So that's a little bit about me.
What made you decide to do the whole gear thing? That's what I want to know.
All right, so I was always into like fashion and stuff, but I'm real calm with it. Like, I don't like things that's too like, extra. I'm kind of like plain. So I'm like, let me.
Plain but fresh though. I'm gonna give
Plain
you
but fresh. Yeah. Plain but fresh, of course. So I started to come up with a name at first, but I couldn't find anything. I'm like, oh my God, like, this is hard. I kind of wanted to be different from everybody. Like, that's my thing. Like, let me just stay different. So after a while, I'm like, okay, I came up with So Grub. So Grub, my first original idea was to make it like So Grub, like so eat, like so grind. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
kind of go in that direction with it. So a lot of people start asking me like, oh, well, what is So Grub? Like, where did you come up with that exact name from? So it's my last name backwards. My last name is Burgos.
Okay. That's
So,
dope.
so I decided to do that. Like, all right, let's see how it's pronounced backwards, and it happened to be So Grub. So I took that, ran with it. I started off with plain basic tees at first.
What year did you start? When did
This
the
was
idea pop up?
This was 2021. This was
Okay.
last year. So this is
Okay.
around like April, I would say. I'm like, all right, let me see. I didn't know if I would get a lot of support at first, because I do have a lot of friends and family, but sometimes I feel like sometimes your friends aren't always as supportive as you think they will be when you do start something. So I was just a little bit wary as to exactly what would happen. Neither here nor there. I started with just basic T-shirts. I had my brand name stitched in the shirts. So I realized I started getting a lot of like traffic. A lot of people, like down to even my dad's friends, my mom's friends, my friends, like, a lot of people started buying it. So I'm like, okay, like, I seen the buzz. It's pretty cool, but I'm like, the shirts is still kind of just plain, even though that's what I am, it's like I still wanted to stick out a little bit. So then I started doing sweatsuits. So when I started my sweatsuits, I have an uncle that's from, like, not from Japan, but his wife and stuff is from out in Japan.
Okay.
So they have like the sweatsuit line out there that they do wholesaling with. So I was telling him, like, I want some sweatsuits. Like, I want to see how they are out there. Like, I want to feel the quality.
Because quality is everything.
Quality is everything. So he got me some sweatsuits shipped in. I love the quality of them. So as I started, like, thinking about the sweatsuits, I'm like, like, I want to do handprints on them. I wanted it to be like some sort of affection. Like, that's why I use the handprints. So I'm like, okay, let's start off with handprints. So I was doing girl sweatsuits first. So I started off with handprints that go right above the heart. Like, it was on both sides of the heart, like on the breast of the female. I started selling those. A lot of women started buying them. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty dope. Like, I didn't,
You didn't expect it.
I didn't expect it because a lot of people, too, thought, like, that's kind of holding a breast. That's not too appropriate. But, you got a lot of young girls who think, like, oh, no, that's sexy. That's cool.
You got a thing on both sides of the table, too.
So I started getting a lot of female traffic. Then I was like, I got to get my guys in there, too. Like, So I just started making sweatsuits with just my logo on it, and then I had my ties attached to them now. So now I started putting ties through the hoodie, so just so it can make it a little bit different, a little bit more artsy.
And you know that's your brand with the tie.
Stick out, yes.
It
Or
stands out.
not only for me to know, but for everyone else to know too.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You know where you get that. Oh, that's
That's that.
Diamond's joint. Okay.
Right.
Which was smart thinking though too, because you're strategizing.
So
Because you see that first.
yes.
You know what I mean? Let's be clear. The truckers is in the building, and you did. What was dope about it is, it's different. It's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say it's like artwork to me.
I appreciate
And
that.
And the reason why I say that because I'm into clothes, very heavy. I'm into fashion, and I don't want to look like everybody else. But I also want to be so different from everybody else. So when I noticed in the pictures that I was looking, I'm like, yo, all the hats got the. I said, yo, that gotta be her own personal. Like, this is my statement.
Nah, yes, that's exactly right. So.
Did you do that on the sweats too?
So yeah, all right. So at first I didn't do them on the sweats. I just kept it on the hoodie, because I'm like, all right, let me just do the hoodie like that or whatever. It's a matching set. I feel like a lot of people wear hoodies more than maybe sweatpants. I can be wrong, but I just knew that the tag would be on the hoodies. Then once I started doing kids sweatsuits, I put both. So I was putting them on the bottom of the sweatpants. A lot of people were giving me good feedback, like, oh, I want those on mine too. So I switched it up. I started putting them on the adult sweatsuits as well on the bottom. So I did that for a little while. Then around July, like I just started thinking, like I know that a lot of people like to wear expensive stuff. Like, you know, a lot of people my age too, I feel like in my era, I feel like they're big on designer and how much they paid for certain things.
Of course, that's the hype. You know that.
You feel me? So it's like, if you got on a good designer shirt, like you that guy or you that girl, you know? So I came up, like I had a shirt at first. So I'm like, all right, shirt costs $1,000. So the first time I threw on the shirt myself, I got so much attention. Like everyone was like, oh, does your shirt really cost $1,000? Like, is it like, you know, it caused so much like questions. You know, everyone wanted to know.
That's what you want.
That's what I wanted. So once I seen that, I'm like, all right. So if I had this shirt on, everybody going, the next person, like, you know, get that same energy, like, you know. So once I posted up my shirts, everybody gravitated to the shirts. It was like, oh, okay. You know, I had black and white. That's another thing too. I wanted to stick to certain colors. Like with my sweatsuits, I wanted to kind of stay to like earth tone kind of colors, like brown, tan.
Yeah, because I didn't see that you was everywhere, and that was kind of dope. Because sometimes that takes people away from
Yes.
it. And I'm and like I said, I'm into fashion. Certain things like that. That shit is hot, but it's too loud.
Yeah, exactly. So with the hats, with the shirts at first, I was like, you know, I'm only doing black and white. That's it. Like I'm sticking to black and white. Like I'll do a full black shirt, I do a full white shirt, and those are the only two colors I'm gonna do. Like I don't want to do nothing else. And I stuck to that. So the shirts was going. I did a hat. Once I did a hat.
Was that the game changer?
That was the game changer. I did a hat, and I had bumped into. I was out with one of my guys. I also do filming and photography, so I was filming one night. But I always bring my hats with me, like no matter where I go. Anywhere if I'm going to the supermarket, I got them with me. So I happened to be filming one of my boys one night, and he's close with French Montana. So I had bumped into French Montana in the spot, and I'm like, oh, you know, he mentioned my hat. Before I even said, like, because in my mind already, I wanted to give him my hat, but I was like, damn, I didn't have no hats on me that night. I only had the one on my head. So I'm like, I can't give him this hat, like, you know. Matter of fact, I did have hats. They were just in the car. So I'm like, I can't give him this hat off my head or whatever, but he said to me, like, oh, you know, I like that hat. So I'm like, yo, you know, I wanted to give it to you. So he was like, nah, dope. So I took it off. I gave it to him. And I was like, I took a picture of you with it, blah, blah, blah. And he was like,
Right.
yeah, of course. He was like, you know, I really haven't been wearing hats like that lately. He was like, but this is dope, you know. So he took the hat, I took the picture, and I was just like, whoa. So once I posted that picture, I felt like the hat went crazy. Everybody kind of started like, where's that hat from? Like, I want that hat. Like, you know, my boys who I did the video for, all of them wore it in their music videos, so that gave a lot of awareness to my hat too. Like, once they was out too with them on, it was like everybody was calling me, oh, I need that hat, or my boy want this hat. Like, so everything kind of just went crazy, and right now I'm just Like, I have my website up and going. Like, I should have my website up tomorrow. Like, I just finished, like, completed, like, all my layouts and everything for my website. So I'm just trying to, like, heavy promote my hats. I think that's all I really want to do right now is just, like, get my hats out there. Like, my cousin is like, oh, yo, when we going to do the next sweatsuit? Or when you going to do the next? And I'm like, I at least need, like, 50,000 people in my hats before I could really get on to the next project that I'm doing.
Now, you know what? That's really smart thinking because I had my brother, shout out to the Extra Bacon crew. They would mention that too. And that was a really question for me with the hats. Like, and my man, you know what I'm saying, said to me, he said on the show, he was like, yo, everybody's gonna rock a fitted. You really can't lose with a hat.
Mm-hmm.
Sweatsuits come and go, t-shirts come and I don't think you can lose with a t-shirt either. But the hats is like, you can't lose. Because we live in an era, we're hats.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? My question to you is what made you come up, my hat costs $500 to put it on there?
So same back to the shirts. I just know people like to wear expensive stuff. I've seen people pay $500 for hats. You see, like I've seen people pay $250 for hats, and I'd be like, like y'all really just paid that? Like just a hat, you know? But it gets so much attention because it's a certain name brand.
It's the hype hat.
It's the hype.
Call them hype hats. Fuck it.
You understand? So this is what this is. It's a hype hat. Like, does it really cost $500? Like it's like.
But I get the concept.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's a catch, and it's catchy. Cause I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the shirts, I said that shit's fire. And I need one too. I need to put my order in. I need a shirt and a hat out. Cause that.
Let me know. I got you. I'll make sure I'll give you my website and everything
Please,
before I go.
I need, cause I like stuff like this, and that's when when my guy came to me with it. I'm gonna be honest. I was just like, I don't want to deal with just everybody with clothing. Everybody has a clothing line. I don't like to even, you know what I mean. But certain things, I'm not gonna lie, and I might be wrong for this. But if I'm not really feeling it, I'm not gonna really be the one behind it to push it. And that's not hating on anybody, but that's just me choosing what I choose to. Because we all have our own style and our own way.
Oh, that's
and
true.
sometimes it's not always about a label. You can have a whole thing of Prada on and still be looking country.
That's true.
I mean,
That's
it's
true,
times
100%.
I've had on an iceberg sweater with Old Navy jeans and a pair of Timbs. You never knew I had on Old Navy jeans.
But you still looking good though. You still
But
knew how to
just looked
swag
at
it
the
out.
Iceberg, and the iceberg was the, you know what I mean? So it's not what you do, it's also how you do it. And I see that's what you were doing. And that's when I kept like, man, this shit is like, and then you got your name stitched on the low.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is like, it all coincides. And I respect the fact that you kind of sticking to one thing and not going to jump out that window and try to be everywhere. Because I feel like sometimes you might get lost.
Yo, that's it. That's really what it is. Like, I don't want to get lost. Like, don't get me wrong. I have so many ideas, like down to t-shirts, sweatsuits, everything. But I'm like, I need 50,000 people in the hats first. Like, I need that much awareness. Like, I need to get that many people in my hats before I can switch to anything else. Like, this is what I want to be known for. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, not for sweatsuits, not for nothing else. Like, I'd rather be.
But that's your passion and it's your brand. So you want to be known for what you want to be known for. You know what I mean? I think that's the dope part about your story. Like, you know who you are. Some people get into the lane and try to do this and try to do that. And you try to juggle sweatsuits, hoodies,
Oh, wow.
a jacket. And you're not giving everything the same passion.
That's another thing, too. I love hats.
See, that's the difference.
You probably never catch me without a hat.
And that's
like,
the difference.
since high school. Like, I used to get in trouble, get the hats taken from me. Like, I'm a hat person, so it's just like, this is the best business for me to be in.
Right. But you can't, I'm going to be honest, this is just my opinion. You got to throw in the hat. You got to throw in the shirts, though. You have to. And this is coming from a person that loves to get, you know what I mean? Because it coincides.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The hat, the shirt is catchy. Everything else I'm cool with. But that hat and that shirt, I got to put that together. I would never wear that. I would wear, you can always rock the hat. But when you put that together, which I'm sure you did a million times, it's like, woo, it's that extra, goddamn. And it's really saying $1,500.
It's really, that's exactly what I was about to say. You really saying like, I paid 15.
And like you said, some people gonna scratch their head, and when they
Right.
want to know, did they really?
Did he really do that?
Who
you
is
know?
that designer? And I think that's also the catch to what you're doing. Who is the designer? But the dope part about it, I don't think they ever will see it coming from a female.
That's a good thing too. That's a good thing too.
So
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of males in this business, so I feel like
they dominated. But
Right.
you also changed the game. You didn't get into the boutique look and the fact you went into straight R lane. And don't get me
Urban.
wrong, the ladies is wearing hats too.
that's true. That's true.
So you know, what I mean, y'all
Tell
killing.
you a lot of my business come from women.
I believe
telling
it.
you. Men too. Don't get me wrong. A lot of men definitely support, but I'm just saying, women run the world. So
He gonna give y'all that. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you this: as a man, we'll notice what a female has before we notice what another brother has.
right,
Like, damn, where'd she get that hat from?
right.
So I see your pitch, and it's dope, and I feel like it's very well thought of too. You didn't just, you kind of
Yeah.
you played your game on this.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Now, how has these hats been going for you since you dropped them?
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy. Like honestly, I can say I'm selling.
You reached the 50 yet?
I didn't reach the 50 yet. No, not the 50,000, but I can definitely say that I'm selling like 100 hats probably a week.
That's dope. Shout out to that.
For
Shout
a
out
fact,
to that.
for a fact, 100. And that's just started now. Like I don't even have my website up. This is just basically hand-to-hand sales that
So
I'm
when you
doing.
think can go global?
Exactly. I'm gonna need a bigger team. Like I really do these hats by myself. Like everything, like down to the wording and everything on the hat. Like I do everything myself. So I can only imagine how hectic things is about to get. But I'm ready. I got a good family. So I know I got people who definitely gonna chime in and just get ready to make some more hats.
Yo, I want to ask you, the stitching you put on this, what made you go that route? That shit is very unique too.
Because I like that it stands out. It's kind of shiny too. It gives a different type of,
Edginess.
yes. It's not just regular embroidery.
Right, because
So-
sometimes you get, and you're a fitted hat female, so you can get the bullshit ass. We look for our stitching in our
Yeah,
hats.
yeah. No,
Stitching
no.
is very important.
Don't get me wrong too. I love stitching. Like I feel like it gives that look that you need sometimes. But I just feel like with the material that I did use on these hats, I feel like it just gives a different type of to the hat. Like it's
I feel like it was a marriage. It fit perfect. I'm in
Perfect,
front.
see?
And my son is a trucker hat, and I got a few truckers. And honestly, I love them all. Everybody has their own uniqueness, but yours is definitely one that I can say that I like that, because it's not the average. You know what I mean? It's a very dope piece of art, because you have, once again, this on the side. You have your name, but you also have this that is in a different standard than a lot of other hats that's even out there. You know what I'm saying? And you have that on the shirt.
yes. And I have it on a shirt.
And that, I'm gonna ask you something though. Why you didn't do the handprints on the hat?
You know what? I had a hat with a handprint on it, but I was using my actual hands at first, like with paint. So my hands are actually too big to like actually get the proper size on the hats. So I
Okay.
just was like, let me stay away from that until I actually wanted to get it screen printed on the hat. But I don't know. I just kind of shifted over into the course field. Like that really got me going. Like that gave me a different rush. I was really excited about the handprints, and there of course will be more handprints as I go on. But the hats and the course and the shirt course, like that really got me going. Like that gave me a different type of body feeling. Like gave me
Right.
a different body high. Like ooh, this is the one.
Nah, that
This is
shit,
the
I'ma
one
be
right
honest,
here,
This is it.
Like,
Houston.
look no further.
Right. And I'm glad, and don't take this the wrong way, but I'm glad you didn't put the handprints on the hats.
Yeah, you see, you try to trick me.
I had to ask. You know what I mean? I had to throw the curveball, because I felt like the handprints would have
Yeah,
been
a
over
little
the
bit
top.
too much. Yeah, a little bit too much.
This shit is so different and unique
I'm telling you.
that the wave, and it's the truckers is at a different status too. So that was my next question. Why not the fitted? But why you didn't go with the fitted? What made you go with the trucker? Which is great. This is not a curveball.
Honestly, because like you just said, truckers was in, and I'm like a Von Dutch. Like I love Von Dutch. Von Dutch has truckers, so that's something I'm like, You know, and it's so crazy. I started in the summertime too, so it was like that was just the perfect time for the truckers. You know, you got a little air coming in, so that's just really why I chose truckers. I like the way it fit me. You know, I seen other people in them, like even people in chrome heart hats, like those are also trucker material.
Right.
So I was just like, let me see how this would look with my brand. I also like fitted hats, but I always have a ponytail, so I like things where I can stick my ponytail out through the back, like snapbacks. So I just kept it to.
And you rocking it.
Yeah.
And you rocking your brand too on your joint.
All the time.
And it's very simple, but it's very. See, the yellow joint is cracked.
Yep.
Now
You always gotta rock it.
let me ask you this: you can do all colors with the truckers.
Yeah.
So there's no limit to that.
Yeah, it's no limit to it, but like I said, I'm putting my website up tomorrow. I'm only putting these two colors up for starters. So on my website, it's only gonna be the black and white, and then the white and black foam one.
Okay.
For right now, those are the only two I'm gonna be pushing. Like, let's say I'm gonna have different drops. We're gonna say every 2 weeks, maybe. So it'll just be a different color added to the collection. So I do have other colors that I did post up on my Instagram that I have been selling. But as far as for my website, worldwide, I'm starting with black and white.
Okay. How you feel about going worldwide now and not just beating the concrete?
Well, honestly, I did have a site before. So when I first started for my basic tees and my sweatsuits, I had a website up. I just never put my hats on my website. Or my whole course collection, I didn't put that up on the website yet. So even when I had my sweatsuits up, you know, I had great traffic. But I know when I put these up, people are gonna go crazy. So
you never thought about doing the course on the sweatpants?
I did my own self-repair. Like I did my own personal sweatsuit. But again, we got to get 50,000 people in the hats first, and then
We need
I'ma get there.
50K on the hat so I get my personal own. I need a pair of course tracks sweats.
All right, let's get it. We could do that.
I-
Let's get this 50,000 going.
Please, because what she's bringing to the game it's a big difference, man. And I don't like to, I'm not one to just talk about a lot of things, man. What she's doing is remarkable, man. And I respect the fact that it's just you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's you, your idea. I respect the fact that you're very passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? And you hustling.
Word.
You know what I mean? That's the difference. You know, some people start things and they here today and going tomorrow.
Yeah, it's all about consistency. It's really all about consistency.
Because this fashion game is ugly.
Tell me about it.
You can have, look, think about all the gear you done ran through in the course of your years that's been there, then gone, then came back.
Right.
Everything has a 360.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everything definitely has a 360. But I feel like with these hats and the course tees, that's longevity because it's simple, unique, and dope. And it's also your Bergen County's own. You know what I mean? And I got to give it up to you. I'm very impressed. I love what you're doing. I love the fact that you know what you're doing. That's the difference. A lot of people don't even know. They just dive it in. And of course, we don't know everything. We're going to take losses.
Definitely going to take risks.
And risk is important, but let me ask you this. And I ask all entrepreneurs this. Have you ever said, nah, I'm done with it? You haven't got to that point yet.
I don't think I've gotten to that point yet. Because I hate to quit. You feel me? Like, I'll be so mad at myself. So, and I know that there's, like, sometimes they say you have, like, when you have haters, like, I can't let my haters get one up on me. Like, I can't give up. Like, I can't. They would be too happy.
They want to see you stop.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, I can't do that. So, and again, like, I'll just be too mad at myself. Like, I have to go hard. I got to get it for my family, like, for my moms, like.
But the passion is there, though. The passion is definitely in the building. Let me ask you something, and this is going to be the curveball. 5 years from now, where you see your brand at?
I see my brand in LA. I see my brand actually all over. We're not even gonna just say LA, but I definitely want to have a couple stores. I want to have a couple stores. I want to also do a couple collabs with a lot of brands. Like I just want to work on more marketing for my brand. 5 years from now.
All right, maybe I shouldn't have went 5 because 2 years from now.
2 years now.
2 years from now, you're going to have over 50K in your hats. I'm putting it out there on the round table.
Oh, yeah. Come on, we're going to do that by this year.
Talk it.
We're going to do that by this year. I'm trying to get in like Neiman Marcus. I'm trying to get in all these stores. I'm trying to have my own store. I'm just trying to have longevity, you know.
Skies is
I need
the limit.
I need everybody in my hat. That's just what I'm looking for in the future. Like, forget the money, forget everything. I need to be walking down the street and be like, oh, that's my hat. That's my shirt.
In another state at that.
You feel me?
You know what I
Like,
mean? Not just, here in the tri-state.
right,
or New York.
everywhere. It's so crazy. I've had friends call me like, they was in Miami, like, oh my God, this girl have on one of your shirts, and I'm like, oh, that's dope. Like, that's dope. Like, stuff like that makes me so excited.
That's
so
an
I'm just like,
accomplishment, though.
yeah, it is. It is.
That's that's like giving birth to your firstborn, because at the end of the day, what's something you thought about, something you put into motion,
Yes.
something you put out there,
Yeah.
something you put your money into.
And something I handmade, like myself. Like, wow, I touched that shirt. Like I touched that hat, like genuinely, like I touched that, like, So, and that's another thing I want to keep too. Like, I always want to be able to hand off my products to people too. Like, I want to keep that relationship with a lot of people. Like, oh, I can go meet her to get the hat, or I know eventually it probably be too crazy, but I always wanted to have it with like a meet and greet, like where I'm always just there too. Like I'm real personable, so I want people to always feel like they know me personally when they buying something from me.
That's dope, though. But once again, it's your passion, though.
Right.
And a lot of people, think about it. How many of these designers don't reach to a point where they lost the passion? Because at some point you get to the point where you're not even putting your hands on it. The manufacturer is doing everything for you.
That's a fact.
And then you start to lose that.
But
drive.
I feel like you have more time to be creative at that point, because now you're not so hands on. So now it's like, all right, you have people doing the hard work for you. So now you have more time to show your creativity.
Yeah,
Feel
that's
me?
true too. But some people get the bag and bail.
Yeah, no.
We seen it though.
It's happened. It's
It's
happened.
happened, and
It's happened.
It's happened. You come on, how many times? And you've been on sets and you see certain, like, yo, that was popping. Where is it at now? I don't even see that nowhere. It's like they catch that good run and they don't even come back with anything.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So with this type of business, it's not. I don't look at it as really as a business. I look at it as an opportunity to change lives.
Okay. Yes.
And the reason why I say that, because the outfit can change. You can come in and you done cop something. Girls call you, we going out, D. What we doing tonight? Girl, I ain't beat. Fellas calling you, I ain't beat. Yo, go get fresh and come out. You take that shower, put that outfit on.
You feel like a whole new person.
Exactly. It changes the game. And then you coming out with something that you did yourself. And in the streets, it's like, yo, who's that? Or the whispers. So that it's a game changer automatically. You know what I'm saying? It's a piece of art, and it's your walking billboard. For
Wow,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
appreciate that. I really do.
I'm telling you, it's something that's, you got something out here that's, I don't know. If they don't catch on, they don't have to catch on, because everybody else work globally will. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, our locals catch on last. I hate to say it, our own hometown would be the ones coming in at the lap. Meanwhile, you got people over, yo, D, we knew you. Yeah, but
Right.
you were supposed to be there on the front line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I know that shit can be very frustrating.
Right.
Because at the end of the day is, on the low, we're going to say what we're going to say. A lot of people don't think you can make it as far as you're going to make it.
That's a fact. Those are the haters.
And you know what? Your hats, your gear, and your talent speaks for itself. So you can hate, but at the end of the day, you got to congratulate too.
Yo, can't front on greatness.
You know what I mean? Everybody's not a Michael Jordan fan. Everybody's not a LeBron. And you know the comparisons, the Michael, the LeBrons, the Kobe's, but they're all great.
Yes, you can't knock their talent. You can't. That may not be your favorite player, but you know you still got to give credit when it's due.
Right. He jumped from team to team. Oh, he won. He went undefeated. Oh, yo, it don't. Listen, I debated,
Right.
but at the end of the day, they are three great individuals in a different era.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what your statement and your brand is doing, and that's why I call it a clothing line. You know what I'm saying? And not just some gear. It's a line because it's gonna be lines to come get these hats, come get these shirts. You know what I'm saying? It's going.
I like that.
I'm saying.
I like that.
It's official. You can't run away. Listen, if you can go stand in the mall, wait for a pair of Jordans that have been released 100 times, why can't you come support
Right.
greatness?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I'm gonna be there.
Right. In
And
person.
I'm gonna be there. You gonna meet me. You feel me? So, come on, y'all not meeting Michael Jordan right now, or not all the time.
I mean,
I'm gonna try to
let's
be there all the
real. How many
time.
J's? To everybody out there, I never met him.
Me neither. I got a couple pair of his sneakers.
I done. My kids got. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the difference is you can
Shout
meet.
outs to Jordan, though. Shout outs to Jordan.
Of course, MJ the GOAT. But you can meet. You know what I'm saying? You can meet the one that says, hat costs $5, shirt costs a stack.
No, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? And you can get a chance to pick her brain when you do meet her because she's going to give you nothing but greatness like she's doing on this interview. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I do want to ask you something, though. And I know you love to get fresh. You ever thought about like a winter jacket? Or a spring joint?
I thought about bubbles at one point in the winter because you know this is only I only had one winter with the brand, so in
That's
wintertime.
why I asked you that. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
And in wintertime, I thought about bubbles, but again, you know, I'll have to contact my uncle from Japan because you know I need some different stuff, some good quality.
Right, and you don't want to look
So,
like everybody else.
and I don't want to look like everybody else, you know, as far as like, you know, especially if I'm come out with some bubbles or whatever, because I'm definitely going to put my little tags on them too.
You need to come out with the snorkel. Forget the bubbles.
This good. Yeah, I'm thinking about coming out with watches. There's so much stuff that I got, like so much accessories, so many ideas that I have. I'm
That
telling
watch
you.
is going to be fire because I'm a watch junkie too.
I'm
you can
telling
put
you.
that thing on the band,
I'm
you can
telling
put it-
you, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it
Figure it
out. I'm
out.
gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. But 50,000
In the hats.
at least,
And then when we do, and I said we.
and that's nothing.
Right.
That's
but
nothing.
That's light. But when I said we, now we're going. I'm putting this out there on her. I'm putting you on the spot. When you do the 50, you got to do the 50,000.
Of course.
You got to do
Hat
the,
costs 50,000.
we get right. And they gonna ask you, well, why the hat for $5? Because yo,
This is why.
we talked about it. We put it together.
This is why.
You know what
No,
I'm
that's a
saying?
fact. That's a fact.
Yo, not for nothing. How's the hustle treated you?
Good. I ain't got no complaints. I'm good. It's been good. It's been real good. No complaints at all. The hustle's been great.
That's dope because I hear
Can't
a lot
complain.
of stories about this and that, and I see it in your face. I see it in your reaction, and the reaction tells it all.
Nah, like, hustle's been good. Can't complain. Every time I got the hats outside, they out.
They moving.
They moving. For a fact, you feel me? So I really can't complain. Like, you know, and it's crazy because I know that sometimes that people come outside and they probably don't get 1 or 2 sales, but I really honestly can't say that. Like, I get a sale every time I step outside. Like, it happens. Like, and only because I'm that hustler. Like, you feel me? I be that hungry. Like, I always got
And
it.
you're
I'm
not
always
afraid.
promoting.
You're not afraid.
I'm not afraid. You
Some
feel me?
people
And
like,
it's
I don't wanna
and it
approach
speaks
them.
for itself.
It does.
You feel me? It's very questionable again. Like,
Because I ain't
anytime
gonna
I
front.
have
If
it
I
on.
never met you, I probably would walk up on him. I seen that hat, I would ask you, you get that hat from?
Yeah, like, yeah, it costs 500. Like, it's definitely gonna strike up a conversation. You feel me?
And
And that's what I like about it.
Woo. Summer's yours, champ.
That's what I like to hear. I can't
The
wait.
summer's yours, and I need
can't
mine.
wait.
Please.
Can't
I
wait.
need mine, man. Yo, man, like Bergen County, Teaneck, Inglewood, Hackensack.
I got a flood Bergen County too. It's so crazy. I don't even mean to cut you off. It's so crazy. I do a lot of my sales and stuff like in the Bronx and Harlem. Like they've been really going crazy. I really gotta bring some stuff out here to Bergen County and go crazy out here because I feel like I haven't.
My whole question, because I was
Yeah.
about
Oh,
to hit
I'm
you with
sorry.
that.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I haven't seen too many people in. That's Teaneck, Hackensack.
Yeah, nah, I gotta
Inglewood.
flood it. I'm happy you said that. So maybe when they hear this, they could. Oh yeah, let me go grab that. Don't get me wrong. I do got a good. I do got a good amount of people in Teaneck and stuff that I did go to high school with. They definitely supported, caught the hat. Also wear it a lot. You know, I do have a lot of people, but I need to flood.
Yeah, because you got to get these joints into the high schools.
Yeah. Yes, my little sister does a lot of promoting too for me. She be wearing the hats in high school, so she definitely be getting me a little, she definitely getting me some support.
Yeah, my son is in high school. And he's a heavy trucker junkie. Like that's all he wears.
Oh, see,
He's
yeah.
heavy on it, and every time I get a trucker, I kind of
Give it to him. Yeah.
let him
You know
wear
how
it
that
to-
go.
Let him rock it to Dwight Mall. You know what I mean? Because
Okay,
at the end of the day, I want him to. Yo, where'd you get that hat from?
Right.
And there's no feeling in the world when somebody says to you, where'd you get that from?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Even when it's down to the sneakers, anything. Like,
Anything.
Yo,
You get them
feel
socks
good.
from.
Like,
Like,
oh,
it's just
alright.
that, yeah,
I must
I pulled
be
it
doing
off.
something.
I
I
pulled
must
it
be
off,
doing
right.
something.
Because I
Right.
think I haven't really seen nobody around our way rocking.
Not yet.
And I'm gonna be the first, cause I'm definitely.
That's
And
what I like to hear.
I'm gonna be the first because my era. You know what I mean? I'm older. You know what I mean? They need to get on board with this, cause it's all about I want to go out of state, and then I want to need somebody to say, yo, that shit really costs, or where you get that from? I don't want to. I don't get me wrong. I'm a person. I'd rather be out of town or somewhere else fresh than be. I don't have to be fresh locally.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Kind of been there, done that.
Yes. Y'all know what it is.
Right.
Now, let me go enjoy
It's-
myself out of town.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And I got an event coming up down in Juneteenth
Okay.
down in Atlantic City,
Dope.
and I will be rocking your brand down there.
Dope.
It's at the Black Excellence Festival.
Ooh, dope.
So
Black brand, Black festival.
yes, and if you want to come down,
Okay.
yo, bring you and your team. It's vendors all
Please.
weekend in Atlantic City, Showboat Casino. It's Black Excellence. It's I actually had a brother that my man met that was selling clothes, and we had him on the podcast.
Okay.
And I'm not even on some hype shit. I need the hat and the shirt to rock down there. I need that outfit down there because I know.
Say no more. Y'all hear this, guys. If he's out there without my shirt or my hat on, we're going to have some
Nah,
problems.
It's not. I don't care if I get it tomorrow or next week. I'm not throwing that on until I step out of that van
Good.
in AC.
Nah,
You know
I
what mean?
appreciate you.
Because this is something that's going to catch the attention of those down there that's selling their brand.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I feel like even though if you don't make it, your product is in the building. And that's what you
That's
call
very
support.
important.
You know what I mean? And that's what I need my people to understand. You know, we can support. Support costs you nothing.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it may cost a couple of dollars for me to cop from her, but you know what? I'm supporting something that I'm digging. But I'm also willing to support to the point where I need others to say, hey,
What's that?
what's that? Is she down here? Nah, but here's her information. Get in contact. You know what I mean? We need to throw these alley
That's
oops.
support. Yes.
We need to throw these alley oops and these assists to each other in our communities.
Yes.
And I need Bergen County. I need Inglewood, Teaneck, Hackensack, Fairfield. All the small towns. I need all of y'all to get on these hats.
Yes.
Please, we need 50,000 this summer, but
We need 50,000 people
before
in them
September.
hats.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's real, man. You know what I mean? D, I salute you, Queen.
Appreciate you.
I really do. I admire what you're doing. I admire your drive. I admire your energy. I think, man, that you got something great going on here. Before we close out, let the people know where they can find you at. Let them know the website. Let them know your contact. So they can, get with you and get this 50K out the building.
Yes. Okay, so my business Instagram, my clothing brand Instagram is So Grub Official. So that's SOGRUBOFFICIAL. So that's So Grub Official. My personal page is Diamond Nats Who. So that's DIAMONDTHATS WHO__. So yes, you can hit me on there about the hats. You can DM me. I'm very open. I'm responding to everyone's DMs. So again, Yeah, that's where you can hit me. Also, my website is www.sogrubofficial.com. It'll be up tomorrow, Sunday, which will be the 15th.
16th.
The 15th is tomorrow.
Oh, my bad. I forgot.
Sunday the 15th. So
My
it'll
fault.
definitely be up tomorrow on my website. But yes, please feel free to hit me up if you have any ideas, any questions, any things you think I
Any
should
collabs?
do. Any collabs? Yes, please hit me up. I'm open for all ideas. 50K first.
Right.
50K first, but I'm
50K
open for
before-
all ideas.
50K before we do the collab.
Yes.
Yo, before I close out, man, I just want to once again give you your flowers.
Thank you. I appreciate
You know
it.
what
This is
I
my
mean?
first interview.
the
I'm a
fir-
little nervous.
Nah, you good. You did great. You killed it. Besides you bodying the hats and the shirts, you murdered it. And I don't take nothing away from the sweatshirts, but them hats and that shirts is, whew, that shit's different, baby. I want to give you your flowers. I want to say keep going. I want you to know the Round Table Podcast has your full support. You can come here anytime. You can holler at me or my boy. You know what it is. You got something you want to do. If you need me on the set, we have a film crew.
Okay, got
Also,
you.
that's willing to come out. You know what I mean? So I want to support you to the fullest. And you know what it is, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Diamond was in the building with us at the Round Table. And yes, the hat does cost $500. And the young, you know what I mean? But you know what it is. It's your boy, the voice of the culture. I'm in the building. Y'all have a blessed week, man. Love is love. I want to give a special shout out to Mama Chavis' birthday today. I love you, Mama Chavis. Stay blessed. We love you. You've definitely been a mother to a lot of us. And you know what it is. It's powered by the We Out Travel crew. We got Dubai coming. Hit us up. We Out Travel Group on Instagram. Black Excellent Festival in Juneteenth. And you know what it is, man. Hit the Round Table on the YouTube page. Get them subscribes, likes, and get at me. You know what I mean? Hit me up in the DM. We traveling now, so we willing to come out to you guys too and shoot. All right? I'm out of here. It's your boy.
One.